why someone from the United States and another from Venezuela aren't referred to as Americans, but someone from South Africa and another from Cameroon are thought to come from an undifferentiated monolithic country called Africa, even though the distance between the States and Venezuela and South Africa and Cameroon is almost the same, and many facets of life are starkly different. By assuming Africa is one country, sweeping generalizations about the continent are entrenched. Our desire to inspire a passion for learning about Africa runs deep. If you like to have some better understanding of Africa, hit the subscribe button. Algeria, which is the largest country in all of Africa. It is a country in the Maghreb region of North Africa, and the capital and most popular city is Algiers, located in the far north of the country of the Mediterranean coast. It supplies large amounts of natural gas to Europe, and energy exports are the backbone of the economy. Algeria is commonly called the country of cherries and dates. Women in Algeria, unlike those in other Islamic nations, have considerable prominence in society, as 70% of Algeria's lawyers and 60% of its judges are women. Algeria has one of the largest militaries in Africa and the largest defense budget on the continent. The country's recently launched 6-lane 1,216-kilometer highway runs from the Moroccan border to the Tunisian border, connecting Algeria's major coastal cities and bolstering intra-African trade. Its construction is reported to be one of the largest highway projects in the world, which came with a price tag of $11 billion. A drive on the highway is indeed every motorist's paradise. The title of the largest country in Africa used to belong to Sudan, which split up in 2011 to form two countries, Sudan and South Sudan, which became the newest UN-recognized sovereign state in the world. South Sudanese are extremely slim and tall, with men averaging 6'4" and women averaging about 6 feet tall. In fact, one of the tallest players in NBA history is Manute Bol, who was a South Sudan-born basketball player who stood at 7'7". The nation is a true definition of tall, dark, and handsome and pretty. Juba is the capital and the largest city. The city is situated on the banks of the White Nile and also serves as the capital of Jubek State. However, the South Sudanese government and others have expressed the need for a new planned city built as a replacement capital elsewhere, most likely Ramsiel, which is considered the geographic center of the country. The currency is the South Sudan pound. The country's petroleum minister said recently that South Sudan is floating on oil, alluding to its abundance. Following unrest in the past years, the government is targeting daily output of 250,000 barrels by the end of next year, and ultimately 350,000 barrels from existing fields. South Sudan is home to a wildlife phenomenon that has been under the radar for a long time. Little-known Sud wetlands in the country are home to an outstanding number of white-eared cob antelope, and to Africa's second-largest mammal migration. At least 1.2 million antelopes migrate across the relatively undisturbed habitat of the Sud, forming a mass migration which could easily rival the Serengeti's massive herd of wildebeests. South Sudan is also home to the largest population of shoebill stock in Africa. From January until June, the animals move en masse north and east from the floodplains of the Sud and Bandingilo National Park across to Boma National Park and into the Gambela National Park in Ethiopia. At 100 million strong, Ethiopia is Africa's second most populous country, and its capital, Addis Ababa, is the highest capital in Africa, standing at 2,400 meters above sea level. Every year, over 50,000 runners flood the main streets of Addis Ababa to take part in one of the country's most popular sport, running. Running in the 10-kilometer Great Ethiopian Run, which is the 5th largest road race in the world and brainchild of double Olympic marathon champion Haile Gebrselassie. Besides being mentioned severally in the Bible and the Quran, Ethiopia has the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Africa, and the nation's calendar is more than 7 years out of sync with the one used in much of the rest of the world. The oldest fossil skeleton of humans were found in Ethiopia, Lucy one of them. The teeth, lower jaw, and jaw fragments found in the Afar region in 2015 provide evidence that the two early human ancestor species roamed in East Africa more than 3 million years ago. Ethiopia is one of only 2 countries on the continent which were never colonized. 7,677 kilometers west of Ethiopia lies the other nation, Liberia. Liberia has one of the most unique histories in Africa. It's the continent's oldest republic and is divided into 15 counties, and its capital is Monrovia, located on the Atlantic coast at Cape Mesorado. Revenues come primarily from rubber and iron ore exports, and revenues from its maritime registry program. Some of the world's biggest cruise ships are registered here. The first female president on the continent is from Liberia. Ellen Sirleaf. And currently, its president, George Weah, is the only African to have been named World Player of the Year. The endangered and mysterious pygmy hippopotamus is native to the forests and swamps of Liberia. Instead of being repatriated to their countries of origin, freed slaves from the United States of America were sent to Liberia and formed the elite of Liberian society. Consequently, Liberia is the only African nation to have been colonized by African Americans. Let's go to one of the only 3 countries in the world to be completely landlocked inside another country. Let's head to Lesotho. Lesotho might be tiny, but it's a gem of an enclave. The country's full name is the Kingdom of Lesotho, and Maseru is the capital and the country's largest city. An individual in Lesotho is known as a Mosotho. The people in plural are called Basotho, and the official language is Sesotho. You would not immediately associate Africa with snow, but Lesotho is home to one of 7 ski resorts on the continent. It is a highly mountainous nation. The lowest point here is 1,400 meters above sea level,